Hello, welcome to our magical journal. And this week, what's our family? The number 14. We did math this week, and we are skip counting 14s up to 14 times 15. And I figured I'd make it fun and incorporate 14 into our lives and history and science and all kinds of stuff, literature. So you'll kind of see that. So the number 14 is important. And what is the quote? Now you can move on to quote.
Arithmetic is being able to count up to 20 without taking off your shoes, Mickey Mouse. That basically means that you only have 10 fingers. And you got 10 more on your feet. So if you don't know how to count, you have
without
to take
your
off
fingers.
Without your fingers, you have to take off your shoes.
Your shoes
and
to
socks.
count to 20, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's arithmetic.
So
we thought it was funny to incorporate that into our math.
We're like, I can count to 20 without taking my shoes.
Yeah.
Then I figured out what
I can too. So, Mommy's going to go first. I did a sonnet, which is a type of poem, and it's 14 lines. So that's where 14 comes into my subject. And so it's a 14-line poem in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter means the iamb in iambic means rhythmic unit, one unstressed syllable and one stressed syllable. Then the pentameter means repeated those syllables, those patterns, 5 times. So you've got 5 syllables to repeat in that line. So each line has the 5 different syllables alternating. And then the lines, there's 14 lines. So you basically write a line, you divide it in 5 parts. You do that 14 times, so each line is the 5, and then you do that again and again until you get to the number 14 lines. You write the rhyme scheme at the end of each line. You're going to have the words that rhyme with each other, and you do it in a pattern. Now, I did the Shakespearean style. There's different styles of sonnets, but the Shakespearean is the pattern A, B, A, B, and then moving on to the groups of lines C, D, C, D, and then E, F, E, F, and then at the end, the last 2 lines rhyme with each other, G, G. I will read an example, and it's actually about our favorite thing ever. I'm looking at my iPad right now. Butterflies. On winds of summer, butterflies do soar. So that's the first line. With wings that help them see the world anew, by intuition drawn to nectar's store. So that rhymes with the first line. To taste the sweetness near before they knew. That rhymes with your second one. So it kind of goes in that pattern. And I, as they, do fly on winds so warm, advanced by you above a world unknown. From humble beginnings was I transformed, due not to mine, but what to me you've shown. And if likened to butterflies I be, and you the one who makes this ever real, then stands explained these butterflies in me, which serve to further truth in me reveal. And this is our last 2 lines. That I am but a one who seeks his rose, and I, my rose, the one for whom you grow. So those last 2 rhymes.
Oh, this is really cool. I did the phases of the moon.
Phases of the moon. And how does 14 play into phases of the moon?
Well, it takes 14 days to shrink.
And 14 days to grow. So tell me all your facts about what you learned.
It takes 1 year for Earth to orbit around the sun.
Good. And what about the moon orbiting around the Earth?
29 and a half days.
29 and a half days.
To orbit around Earth.
Okay.
And then the light from moon is the sun's light bouncing off.
So the moon doesn't have light? No. So that, whenever we see the moon, what are we seeing? We're seeing the sun
bouncing off the light off the moon.
Reflecting off the moon. So that's what we're seeing. And tell me your last two facts. What is waxing?
Waxing is growing.
Waxing means growing. So it waxes for how long?
14 days.
14 days.
Waning, shrinking.
Waning means to shrink. And how long does it shrink?
14 days.
14 days. So that's where our 14 comes in. Is 14 days to grow and 14 days to shrink. We have new moon and we have full moon, right? And we have all the phases in between, right?
I did the 14th state.
In the U.S.
In the U.S.
And when did it become a state? 1791 it became the 14th state. And what state did we do? What state is the 14th state?
Vermont.
Vermont. So tell us a little bit about Vermont.
Vermont is called the Green Mountain State.
Why is it called the Green Mountain State?
Because Vermont actually means green mountains.
It does. We had was it a French explorer that came over?
Yep.
Champlain. He came over and explored and he saw the Green Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And he named it what?
Vermont.
Vermont. So we ended up converting it in English to Vermont. That's our own different thing. And what else did we learn about Vermont, Ashlyn?
Vermont, a state bird.
The state bird is what? Hermit
thrasher.
Hermit thrush.
And
tell us about
their nests. They like building their nests farther down, close to the ground, and their little nests look like cups.
They look like cups.
Tiny little cups.
Good job. So all of that has to do with the number 14. We have the 14th state. We have a 14-line poem called the sonnet, and we have the phases of the moon that has the number 14 in it. So math is life, pretty much, right? So, what did you learn this week? Tell us in the comments. Bye. Happy learning.